All right, everybody, welcome to BO Boys for Wednesday, March 11th. F it. It's a raw feed. We're doing it live in studio. I'm Clayton.
Yeah, I'm Pat. You nailed it, Clayton. You're not getting us demonetized in the first 10 seconds, which for you is a victory. To not demonetize yourself, that is like the rest of the week is gravy for you at this point. If you screw everything else up, you've not demonetized the channel immediately.
Has monetization become so rampant that you yell at people on the screen, go demonetize yourself?
Oh, 100%.
You hear that all the time now.
Yeah, if someone cuts you off in traffic, you roll down the window, still got to roll it down, and you put out your head. You go demonetize yourself, a-hole. Mm-hmm. And you say a-hole because you don't want to demonetize yourself. Yes, of course. So this weekend feels like it should be demonetizing the entire box office. Is it the Oscars? Is that the reason why the studios are not releasing major new movies this weekend? And I know big game weekend, they usually take a break. Oh, everyone's going to be preparing for the big game, but are people preparing for the big Oscars? Is that what's happening here?
This is good news for the Oscar telecast because they're assuming that this is going to be big numbers earner and all the cinephiles are going to be watching this broadcast.
Well, it could be that the expectation is everyone's going to be cramming to watch the Oscars, getting in their last-minute viewings. Everyone's seen Sinners. Everyone has seen
One Battle.
Everyone's seen F1, so you're not going to have to get those in last minute, though maybe you just want to watch those again because they're all fast-paced, big movies.
Mm-hmm. But Secret Agents.
That's what is going to...
There's been an accident, or it was just an accident.
No, there's been an accident. I think that's the name of the movie that's up
There's been an accident.
There's been an accident. Hey, everyone, there's been an accident. Mm-hmm. I think that's the movie. Though, was that not a Best Picture movie? I feel like that was one that was always going to be in Best Picture, and I don't think it got the nom.
Oh, did it not get a Best Foreign either?
I think it got the foreign. I don't think There's Been an Accident got the Best Picture, but Secret Agent, Hamnet, and listen.
It's on the cock. Hamnet is firmly on the cock right now.
Hamnet is on the cock, and I'm announcing it here straight into camera because we are YouTubers. Hey, guys. This weekend, I will catch up with Hamnet. I will watch it on the cock.
You're going to watch it on the cock.
I have to do it. And, I guess I could see why the studios are not putting out a lot of big movies this weekend because they know there's going to be just millions and millions of people sitting there on the cock watching Hamnet.
Are you going to take breaks or are you going to just go the whole way through?
I'm sitting on the cock the whole time.
The whole time.
Yeah. I'm just going to...
Get it over with.
I just got to get it over with. Yeah, because it's a lot of Hamnet on the cock, and I don't want to take a break because then I might not go back. I might not go back. Now, listen, there's going to be a lot of people watching this movie who are going to say, I can't get enough of this on the cock. Mm-hmm. I don't know who those people would be who are like, I want more Hamnet. Mm-hmm. Steve Coogan, he was in Hamnet too, right?
Yes. There's a big Sundance buy.
Yes, Hamnet too. Yeah. But I think the prequel Hamnet is probably a more successful production because of the Best Picture nom. So I guess that's what's going on. People are catching up with that. They're catching up with sentimental value. Are you going to watch it a second time? This is one of your favorite movies of the year, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did. I think it's faded a little bit for me.
Wow. Okay.
But I don't know.
Do you need a rewatch?
I don't think I need to rewatch it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I've gotten what I can from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess that is why the studios, they know people have to catch up with the movies. What are the other ones that you think that people have to catch up with last minute? Everyone's seen Weapons, right? They know of Aunt Gladys.
Yes.
I mean, do we want to start off with just some final Oscar predictions or things to look for?
I don't know I wasn't prompted for this. I thought we were going to talk about box office. I thought you were going to open the mailbag. I can't believe I'm the guy asking to open the mailbag.
You usually hate the mailbag.
I still hate the mailbag.
Right. But you want to be angry right now.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared.
Let's get angry about something before you get angry about the mailbag. We got a little angry last episode, but now I think it is time to fully cut the shit on the numbers because they are still down. They are still under maintenance. What is the real story now? Because the maintenance thing is bullshit. And now we're past the first few minutes, so we don't have to worry about being demonetized.
Yeah.
We could fully say, directing the camera, what the fuck is happening here?
How are you? I get it. You don't think it's a big box office week or weekend because what's coming out is a Colleen Hoover movie that has gotten no penetration.
No,
there's no penetration.
Least penetrative of all the Colleen Hoover movies.
Yeah, but they feel like that's time to take off. That's time to do their maintenance. Pat, when COVID happened,
yeah,
did the BO boys go down for maintenance?
No, in that entire year, you would have thought, oh, maybe the BO boys. War with Grandpa's coming out. I guess the BO boys are down for maintenance. We were never maintained. Not once. Not once did we maintain ourselves during COVID.
We were in shambles.
Totally. Because of, and I'm going to point directly at the camera because we were YouTubers. Hey, guys. We were in shambles for you.
We had to be. We knew that we had to show up no matter what condition we were in.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what the numbers should do. Do maintenance while you're still up and running.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm on the website and all of a sudden a column shifts, I'll think, oh, they're just doing maintenance.
Yeah.
So why can't you do maintenance while you're still providing a service to the people?
Yeah. That's what we did under COVID.
Mm-hmm.
We were shifting around. You were broadcast. I mean, go back. It's a historical document. Go in the archives. You broadcast from Shed.
I was in Shed.
You were in Shed. Then half of COVID, you were in Barn. You were more under maintenance than any website has ever been.
Yes.
And yet you broadcast through it.
Uh-huh.
And the numbers, maybe they're in Shed. Maybe they're in Barn. But you know what? Still put the GD numbers on the site. Let us know what the new releases are. We went there before this episode to say, all right, other than the Colleen Hoover movie, what else is... So we went to the numbers, new releases. That's our go-to of what's coming out. Under maintenance. Under maintenance. And it'd be one thing if they were doing it just leading into this weekend, but they were under maintenance for the historic bomb opening weekend of The Bride! Exclamation point.
I don't want to hear anything from the numbers about The Bride.
Never. Take
don't
it
even
off
mention
the site.
it. You don't have any right. You weren't there.
You weren't there. That's stolen box office.
I don't believe you. They're going to say, "Oh, it was actually 7.4." I don't believe you. You weren't there.
You weren't there.
You weren't there.
We were there.
We were there.
Jeff Bach of Exhibit Relations Co. He was there.
You better believe he was there.
The icon, the legend, the box office daddy, Scott Mendelson. He was there. Has Scott Mendelson ever been under maintenance? Now, if you go back to the last appearance that Scott was on this show.
Just going to say.
He opened the show by putting out his latest edition of his newsletter on air. We were listening to him clack, 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 tap, 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 finish typing an article and hit send.
Yes.
On air. That is a man who, no matter what the box office conditions, no matter what the conditions of the world, what pandemics are happening, he is never under maintenance. The numbers right now, we are in a full week that they have been under maintenance. That
disgusting.
Is where we're at. It's disgusting.
It's a despicable act.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get your shit together, the numbers, but I think it may be too little too late. They missed The Bride.
Us?
They're possibly going to miss this Colleen Hoover movie weekend. When they come back, it could be a situation of we've all moved on.
And I urge our audience, the Wanna Be-O boys, Wanna Be-O girls, Wanna Be-O people, move on.
Move on.
We're going to move on. You move on. And, we have such a strong base of box office enthusiasts. And I'm sure some of them know how to code.
Yes.
I mean...
And if not, learn to code.
Yeah. They could whip up a better run numbers website than the numbers.
There's definitely some kind of genius, in quotes, in this audience who's got a headset on and he's got keyboards. He's surrounded by keyboards and screens. He looks like he's in the control room from Sliver.
Mm-hmm.
That person could put together a number site, and then we slap the branding on top. We come in and we say, you know what? Give us this amount of the cut. We'll put our sign on top, B.O. Boys. We'll give you the logo. We'll come in, every once in a while. We'll do a ribbon cutting, sign some autographs. We'll sit at an autograph table. Pre-signed. We pre-sign it, and then our assistant hands it to them. Our VP of interns, Christopher, hands the pre-signed, piece of paper to the person as they walk by our table.
And we call the website The Real Numbers.
Yep.
Just how they did with the Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Where the numbers was some weird 70s cartoon with a gorilla in it. And that's what the numbers is.
Yeah.
We are the real numbers.
Yeah.
We've got Peter Venkman.
Yep.
We've got Slimer.
And we've got, from the logo, Cartoon Pat, Cartoon Clayton. From the B.O. Boys logo, they're in the real numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, this has to happen. So, listeners, put down your train sets.
Yep.
Move them to the side for a little bit. You could go back to them.
But maybe this will incite them to do this fast and get this up fast so they can get back to their train sets.
Get back to your train sets. Just build the website, build the real numbers. Brought to you by the B.O. Boys. We slap our logo on there. We do one signing every 6 months. And again, we sit at the table. Everything's pre-signed. We just sit there. You walk by. You take one. You keep on walking. No pictures. No autographs.
No.
And, let's get this site up because the numbers is very possibly done. So
Dunzo.
Let's read a couple of emails before we get into the predictions for this one film, because we did get some great emails the last few days. And I know, Clayton, you love when we dip into the mailbag.
Well, when you say great emails, I know where we're going.
So let's see. We got one. So we'll go through a couple of older ones because some great listeners they took the trouble to write in, so we got to pay them their respects. Sean the Alcoholic, of course, wrote in. So this was an episode last week after the Scream results show. Subject is Bedtime Clayton. Hey guys, I put on the Scream 7 results show last night before bed. The smooth pipes of Clayton had me asleep within minutes. Nice hold, Crime 101, ZZZ. Clayton's talents are being wasted in the stacks. I know he is from Pittsburgh, but he would flourish on the air in Cincinnati. He could be the next Venus flytrap. Sean, Alcoholic. P.S. Can't wait to re-listen in full today. So
Sean really, we're on the same wavelength, me and Sean. We speak the same language.
How sweet is this that Sean the Alcoholic was lulled to his slumber, not by imbibing
the bottle,
not by the bottle, but by you. That is because listen, Sean the Alcoholic loves to pass out, loves to be just dead to the world. And this is the way to do it, is that it is Clayton putting him to bed by, not some substance.
And here's the thing, and I again, this is going to be our last statement on this, but I have to bring it back to this. If Sean used the numbers to lull himself to sleep, guess who would be back on the bottle?
Yep.
Sean the Alcoholic.
Yep.
Because the numbers was not there for him.
No.
But you know who was there? to lull him to sleep? This guy.
This guy. Yep.
No maintenance.
Yep. He's not going to have to go to a meeting to talk about you being the person you being what lulls him to sleep. He doesn't have to go there and say, "Hi, my name is Sean the alcoholic. I'm an alcoholic. I passed out because of Clayton of the B.O. Boys."
No.
They'll say, "All right, why are you telling us this?
Yeah.
Leave us alone. Are you just here for the cookies? Asshole?"
Asshole, yeah. That's an asshole move.
Yeah. But he doesn't have to go through that.
No.
Because why would you say that? So, great email from Sean to kick us off. We got an email from the great JS. So, JS, subject Scream 7. Again, this was an email he sent after the results of Scream 7 a week ago. So he goes, "Hey guys, I'm writing simply to roast Clayton regarding Scream 7 after the record-breaking opening for the franchise. Back in late October or early November after the first trailer dropped, I recall Clayton saying this would be the weakest opening of the entire franchise. If I remember correctly, he said it would open to under 20 million. This is why I take 99% of what Clayton says with several grains of salt. This is a franchise that's growing and growing in popularity, and I knew that this was going to be huge from the get-go. Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera mean nothing. This is all about Neve Campbell, Sidney Prescott. The fans were there to see her after she sat out Scream 6. I am thrilled for the success of this movie, and yes, I wanted to remind Clayton of his atrocious early prediction." JS, the great JS.
Wow. So JS, I'm sorry I didn't listen to your podcast about box office to hear your early predictions because you knew.
He did.
He knew.
He knew.
And there's verified proof that he knew how.
Well,
from his from an email that he sent after the success of this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So
I'd like to amend my early prediction. I think this is going to be the biggest opener of all time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the biggest Scream opening. I'm amending it because...
And you predict it will be.
I predict it will be because that's exactly what he did, which was send an email after the fact saying he predicted what was going to happen.
Now, to be fair, I didn't give you the date of when. I did say that these are some old emails that I was getting through at the start. So I didn't give you the date of when he did send that email.
Was it after the weekend?
It's hard to tell. I've already moved on to the next email. So JS may have sent that.
Well, no, see, that's a very easy thing to...
I can't go back. I have to go back into the inbox. I'm already moved on to our next email.
Well, to be fair, I don't have access to the email, so I don't know how it would work.
You do have the password,
I have to.
You could get it.
But I'm going to have to trust that you can't go back. So
you can't go back.
It sounds so confusing. That's why I don't have access to it, because I might delete something.
So I don't think you'd want to delete this next email, because this is from the great AJ, formerly Austin. Because, of course, we have OG Austin and we have AJ, formerly Austin, from
Let's
the great
go Steelers. Will Rodgers be back? Running it back.
This is
Are
why
we running it back with Mike McCarthy?
You and AJ, you got to have a nighttime sports talk radio show in the Berg. Yeah. What is the sports station in the Berg?
Oh, that's a great question. It's been so long.
Is Mark Madden still a big...
Mark Madden, was he on W... Oh, or no, what is it? I'm just New York radio pilled now.
Yeah.
I can't.
All you know is Francesa.
Yeah.
It really does show the difference between cities that your Mike Francesa is Mark Madden. That's a drop off in fat radio sportscasters. But AJ, the great AJ, formerly Austin, he wrote, subject, forced to see the bride. Dear BO Boys, a boots on the ground report for you. This weekend, I was forced to see the bride against my will as punishment for losing our fantasy BO league. I was made to sit in the front row corner by myself, dressed like Frankenstein, and I enjoyed every second of walking out of that theater. This raises two questions. One, we know Clayton is on the apps. He's been on the apps swiping right on women dressed like the bride. How does he feel about men dressed like Frankenstein? Number two, there were 8 of us in the theater, one against his will. How many millions went to the bride from forced punishment this weekend? Food for thought, AJ. And he gives us a selfie of himself standing in front of the IMAX poster for the bride. So I guess he saw this in IMAX in the Berg.
Wow. And is he dressed like Frankenstein?
He is dressed like Frankenstein. Yeah. He's got the bolts. The thing about the Frankenstein outfit is like you wear like a little sort of sports coat suit and you wear the bolts through your cheeks.
Yeah. It's like the same thing you wear to a wake, just without the bolts.
Exactly. Yeah. And depending on the wake, you just go as
with the bolts.
Yeah. So, so first thing there, how do you feel about men dressed like Frankenstein? Do they ever show up on your app?
No, not with how I have things sort of sorted.
Yeah.
But here's what I'll say. If I'm looking for women dressed like the bride.
Yes.
And I find one. And this is more and more popular, and I'm not going to approve of it or disapprove of it. The polyamorous lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're dealing with, see, this is something you were on OkCupid, and I don't know if they were allowed polyamory on that.
Not the years when I was on there.
Just because this
is the 2000s.
It didn't. We didn't have as much powerful computing power,
right,
for dating sites to take into account people who might want to have more than one partner.
Right. These dating sites back then were still run on hamster wheels energy.
Yeah. You met your current wife on an Apple II.
Yes.
And so that couldn't do much other than play Oregon Trail and find you a lifelong partner.
Which, multiple decades. Impossible to count how long we've been together.
Exactly. So for me, I run into a lot of people who say, hey, polyamory, open relationship, all that stuff. So if I find someone who looks like the bride of Frankenstein.
Right.
And I swipe and things start going well, and they're like, hey, I want to bring someone else in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Who am I?
Who are you?
To say,
you're a guy in the app.
No, universe, I'm going to keep the bride of Frankenstein away from Frankenstein?
Right.
Because I'll just be the lucky person who gets to witness like soulmates.
Yeah. And you think that's your role, is they just want you to watch.
Listen, I'm not against that.
Right.
I would like to be involved. I'm assuming that me and the bride had maybe created some sort of relationship where there was trust, where then we could open it up to the Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So would I independently send a rose to a Frankenstein? I would not.
Right.
I'm just being honest.
But
that's just who I am.
You could see yourself ending up in the room.
In the room. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So if that answers your question, AJ, which I think it does.
I think so. I think he's satisfied.
Yeah.
So, and then his other part was, how many people do you think, how many millions of that 7 million that the bride made domestic opening weekend were people who were forced to see it because they lost some sort of bet?
5.3.
Yeah. I think that's dead on. I think that's dead on. We would know for sure if the numbers weren't under maintenance. Or that's the thing, when our coders who are listening now, put away your trains, start coding. We want that to be something that gets accounted for every movie's opening weekend. What percentage of the box office were people who were forced there via losing bets, fantasy leagues, hacky sack races, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go. Oh, this is a great email. Now
Here
this is
about to get taken to the woodshed.
You're gonna love this. It's not about a movie that you love because it's about Pixar's Hoppers, but I think you are gonna love this email, which I will read word for word. Is from the great Reed, written in many times. The great wannabe oh boy Reed writes, subject: Big Beaver, Big Bucks. Hey guys, hate to give a tongue lashing to the Beavers this weekend, but let's slow down the excitement. I know Beavers thrust to the top, but I don't expect it to happen over and over and over and over again to the climax of the Disney Bean Flickers counters. It could get a little hairy, though not in the Brazilian market, to figure out if these Beavers will be successful. Likely a $200 million domestic and $600 worldwide would make most Beavers shiver with excitement. Most of Pixar's releases, they do enjoy a good release, cost over $200 million, thus making a successful climax difficult to judge. It's not like an Onward that just lays there. This Beavers opening was exciting. Hopefully, it will not come to the high expectations based on that opening. Love the show. Read. That's really an email that speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
Great email about, of course, Hopper is a movie about a young girl who puts her consciousness inside a mechanical beaver.
Yep.
So,
Say, Tale of Silver's time.
Yep.
Man comes to town.
Yep.
Guy shows up with a hat. Woman
loses man.
Mm-hmm.
Woman puts her consciousness inside a mechanical beaver in order to talk to animals. Yep.
There we go. That's it.
Those are the 5 stories.
And then whatever happened in Odyssey.
Yes, that story. Yeah,
the horse
that
thing.
is the rest of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Men hide inside a horse. Yeah.
There we go. We got all 5.
Okay, so we got this email from wannabe oh boy Nick from Santa Cruz. So subjects is Pixar CCO just said, hold my beaver. Hey guys, I realize that Clayton may be in too deep to backpedal on Pixar at this moment, or at this point, but I had to point this out. The chief creative officer of Pixar recently stated in an interview regarding the direction Pixar is going, quote, we're making a movie, not hundreds of millions of dollars of therapy, end quote. And, quote, as time's gone on, I realize my job is to make sure the films appeal to everybody, end quote. This was specifically in reference to Elio not being explicitly gay, which, spoiler, wouldn't have affected the box office either way, so might as well let the flick have had some teeth by making him gay. I saw Elio, and this version was really miserable. But the messaging as a brand overall seems pretty clear and aligns with what Clayton wants for the company. The CCO basically said, hold my beaver, as he embarks on a talking beaver-filled future for Pixar, and I'd love to know what it would take for Clayton to climb down from the Pixar hill on which he's currently dying. Love the podcast, Nick from Santa Cruz. So basically, Clayton, you dying on this hill, that Pixar is a dead brand, that it's going the way of National Lampoons, which of course is our new parent company. We are National Lampoons presents the B.O. Boys.
Hey guys.
And you refuse to believe that Pixar has turned a corner with Hoppers. You still think they're making therapy sessions for middle-aged, aging hipsters and millennials. And the CCO said, hold my beaver. He said, we're making a movie, not hundreds of millions of dollars of therapy. So Nick wants to know, will this be enough to get you to climb down from the Pixar hill on which you're, quote, to Nick, currently dying?
No, I mean, here's the thing, is this is very much like the prognosticating after the fact that our previous emailer did about Scream 7. It's very easy for this CFO, what is he, CFO, COO? What is
CCO.
CCO, to see a mountain of evidence and then make the right decision after you've destroyed all goodwill. If they would have had one movie where, oh, okay, people are turning their back on these therapy sessions and then righted the ship immediately, this would be a whole different conversation. That would be a blip on the radar, and I'd be like, yeah, Pixar still got it. Platinum brand. They've let themselves slide so far down that this guy has to come out and say what everybody's been thinking and what I've been saying for years.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We had that actor as a podcast on the show.
Yes, the actor as a podcast, yeah.
And I said this exact thing to him around the time when Luca was out.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody knows this tune. Everybody knows what happened. He yelled at me on my own podcast.
On your own show.
Deny. Now it's here, and it's been out for years and years that this is the direction that Pixar's gone in.
Yeah.
And so I've not gotten an apology. And so I am not, there's no hill to die on anymore because there is no hill. Pixar does not have the sort of strength and the fan base that it once had. It just doesn't.
So there's not even a hill.
There's no hill. This is a molehill.
Wow.
Like
okay.
I'm lying down because I don't like to sit. Sitting is uncomfortable and sitting is death. Doctors will tell you that.
Yeah.
Many doctors told me sitting is death. And
yet you sit for this show twice a week. You do it.
Well, everybody's going to die sometime.
Yeah, might as well be on air. I mean, that's the thing. That's why I try and have cameras rolling on you 24/7 because I will exploit that death.
Yeah.
In every way, on every platform, every distribution method possible. Let's go DVD, Blu-ray, all sorts of home video, streaming services, CD-ROMs that, I have scam artists hand out on busy street corners. They say it's Clayton's death, it's Clayton's death, and then force you to buy it, sort of scare you into buying it. Then you take it home and there's nothing even on it. Mm-hmm. There's not even Clayton's death on it. Like every possible way I could exploit your death, that will happen. That's why we have these cameras rolling on you.
And so I'm lying down and what I'm feeling is like a little bit of a bump.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a little bit of a raised ground.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good because I can move and I can sort of like get to those like knots in my back and stuff. That's Pixar.
Wow. It's
like
a molehill massaging the cranks
it's like
in your back.
It feels good because I'm right. Because I'm right.
Wow.
And I've been right.
Wow.
I've been right for years.
Wow.
And like I've said before, go back in the archives.
Go back in the archives. It's a historical document.
But that this is just a decent opening for a production company that is still putting out movies and will continue to put out movies because that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no turning the corner. There's no going back to being the star quarterback.
Wow.
Pixar's not going to be the star quarterback. Maybe it's Doug Flutie. And Doug Flutie came to the NFL and he did fine. And people were excited because, hey, it's that guy. It's Doug Flutie, the short guy that threw the Hail Mary that we all know.
The original Project Hail Mary.
Yeah. But he never won a Super Bowl, right? There's no Super Bowl in Pixar's future. It's over.
It's over. They're on their way to the CFL for a stint.
Which is fine. That's where everything goes.
Okay.
That's where everything goes. And everybody's going to be okay with this.
Wow. All right. So then the answer to Wannabe Oh Boy's Nick's question is no, this is not enough to get Clayton to climb down from what you say is a molehill that is massaging your back.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I'd like to just speak really quick on the Elio thing. I was like rooting for Elio, right? I mean,
we were rooting for that little guy.
Yeah, that little guy. And I just admitted that I'd allow a Frankenstein into my bedroom.
Yes.
And so I don't have any issue with a movie having like any sort of differing storyline that people wanted to say, oh, this reason this movie did bad. The reason this movie did bad is because it was a bad movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It didn't have anything to do with any of those things. It was butchered.
I mean, the eye patch on the kid, God knows if that was there in all the cuts of this movie. It was a butchered movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, I think Pixar's turned the corner and they're on their way to being a platinum brand again. Toy Story 5 comes to theaters in June, Father's Day weekend. It is coming out on Father's Day weekend.
Well, then I'm boycotting it for a different reason, but not for the reason I boycotted
Toy Story 4. Yeah.
Which was, of course, it did not respect the Father's Day
corridor.
So, which is very important to me.
Got an email from Wannabe Oh Boy Jimmy. Subject, B.O. Boy's feud with Newscorp. Hi, Pat and Clayton. I subscribe to the Wall Street Journal, which I thought was a reputable news source, but then I read this article as about a rise in the trend of tracking movie box office. And then he gives us the link to that Wall Street Journal article. Naturally, I assumed the B.O. Boys would be central to this article, or at least be heavily quoted, but I was shocked when I didn't see any reference to the pod. Is this a sign someone from BOHQ has done something to offend Rupert Murdoch, or has their ability to conduct Accurate coverage slipped, and I should find a new newspaper. I would love to know if you have more information about the snub. Thanks, wannabe oh boy Jimmy. So, thank you, Jimmy, for alerting us to this. Clicked on this article because I was, all right, let me read who's in there.
And you could easily access it.
And read the whole thing?
And read the whole thing, of course.
And could not. Clicked it immediately. Give us your email address. Give us your money. Subscribe to the Wall Street Journal to read this article. So I have not read this article. I don't know who's quoted. At this point, if they don't quote the B.O. Boys or reference the B.O. Boys in an article about box office tracking in the modern age, I'm to assume there's no Jeff Bach, there's no Scott Mendelson, that they don't know their a-hole from their elbow hole in this article. So I have no idea who they are saying. This article, this Wall Street Journal article about box office tracking is probably all about how great the numbers is.
Probably. And who knows if we even gave them money and subscribed, they wouldn't be like, sorry, down for maintenance. Wall Street Journal's.
Right. Or is this a pay-for-play type article? Do you think this is a payola situation?
Of course.
Where the numbers paid the Wall Street Journal, hey, say we're number one in box office tracking, and, we'll give you $100,000 or whatever it is they paid. This is probably a payola situation at the Wall Street Journal.
They probably paid so much to the Wall Street Journal, they couldn't keep the website online.
That could be what it is.
Because then their wherever they're hosting said, hey, bill's due. And they thought, oh, wait, we thought we had another month to get the money together.
Right. They probably, but we paid all this money to Newscorp so that the Wall Street Journal could write about us and we'd get higher web traffic. But then the money that was supposed to maintain the site because of all this new web traffic, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy. The numbers done fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
That's what happened. The Wall Street Journal, their article and their payola scam led to the downfall of the numbers. The B.O. Boys Substack. Look for the article very soon, the expose about the downfall of the numbers via the Wall Street Journal. We assume, because we'll never read this article because I'm not giving them my email address.
Yeah,
never mind my credit card number.
Exactly.
Never mind a one-time use debit card that Clayton gets at a CVS. They're not getting any of those numbers. No numbers from the B.O. Boys. I'm not even going to suggest getting Christopher's dad's Diners Club card number so that we could sign up for this.
Yeah.
Normally I'd say, hey, Christopher, what's your dad's Diners Club
We've done
card?
it so many times before for so many other things.
Yes. We've ordered so many things.
There's so many happy OnlyFans models.
Yes. Hey, Christopher, just get us your dad's Diners Club card number. It was one more. We just want to send.
I just want to see what's available.
Yeah.
I want to see what the options are on this content creators.
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
She looks like the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah. So I just want to see what's going on there.
Yeah. And she's running a special. She's dressed like the Bride of Frankenstein. It's, 8 months for the price of 9. Which
it'd be stupid to turn down.
Stupid to turn that down. Just get us your dad's Diners Club card number. Now. Just get it. Just get it.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that for the Wall Street Journal.
No.
Will not. So when
But we will give the Wall Street Journal his dad's email just so they can bug him.
Yes.
As like a prank.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. He likes being on mailing lists anyway.
Yeah.
So when wannabe oh boy Jimmy asks, is there some kind of feud with Rupert Murdoch?
We don't even think about him.
We don't even think, and he doesn't want that.
Yeah.
He obviously doesn't want, and listen, he's got newspapers around the world. He's got this network, but we've got Substack. We are YouTubers. Hey guys, I think it's best if, for his case, don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
Yeah.
So, And listen, I haven't read the Post in a long time, but New Yorker, grew up on two newspapers, New York Daily News, New York Post.
Yeah.
Great sports sections, great TV sections, great Sunday circulars. Page 6, Cindy Adams, Joey Adams. So I have a fondness for the New York Post.
Yeah.
But if I have to go to war now, sure. Then, okay.
Yeah.
What else am I going to do? But, yeah, that is the latest. I'll never read this article, but I assume it is a disgrace.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of a disgrace, let's get into this box office weekend.
Oh, my gosh.
So the big
Do we have to?
movie is, now I am forgetting the name of this movie, but I think forgetting is in the title. Is it called Forgetting About Him? What was this movie called? It was called, we knew, this is not having the numbers in front of us because we would just be looking at the numbers, new releases section, and we would remember the name of this movie. It is called Reminders of Him.
Okay.
So Reminders of Him from Colleen Hoover adaptation. It stars Micah Monroe.
A Scream Queen.
A Scream Queen. She's from It Follows, one of the all-time great horror movies of the 2010s.
Great.
The image of the large man crawling, stepping under the doorway sticks with me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't believe a man could be that tall and a doorway could be lower than the man. And she's great in that. And she's great in the movie from the director of The Monkey, Oz Perkins. She's in, what was the Nicolas Cage movie that she's in? Long Legs.
Long Legs.
So she's had a recent hit. Long Legs was what? Summer of 24, right? Open to 22, legged out pretty well.
Long Legs 24? Oh, okay, because it's 20. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because remember, then Oz Perkins had like 15 movies come out immediately.
And his career's over now.
Kind of. It went from a huge hit, new name in horror. Then he had The Monkey, which opened okay because of Long Legs. And then he had the other one that came out this fall that did
really
squat. But Micah Monroe is a liked actress. Not a big star, but someone who's like hung in there and is an ongoing concern in the movie business. But if you look at the 3 Colleen Hoover movie adaptations, you had the big one, It Ends With Us, and your star is Blake Lively. And then you had the second one, which me and you have both watched together and really liked.
And it's Allison Williams.
And it's Marty from Girls.
Yeah.
And what was that called? Regretting You.
Yes.
Where her and Dave Franco. And now it's Micah Monroe in Reminders of Him. And this does feel like the smallest of these and the least publicized of these. Is there a chance that we're just missing the wave and it's a Colleen Hoover movie and they're going to come out and the people who need to know about this?
Well, yeah, because this book sold like 6 million copies.
Okay. So are we underselling this, that actually like it's not a nothing weekend? This movie could just... But there's $20 million worth of tickets that are just waiting to be sold for this. Now, we're recording this a little early in the week, so we don't have the midweek estimates out yet.
Well, and of course, like our emailer, I'm not going to make a prediction until after opening weekend.
Yes, we make our predictions on Sunday when the results are in.
Yes, as most people do.
Yeah. So we've seen this trailer, I feel like, a lot the last 6 months.
I haven't seen it a lot.
Oh, you haven't? I've
seen it once.
Okay, I feel like I've seen this a bunch of times. I can't say I've seen TV commercials for it too much, but I've definitely seen the trailer a bunch of times because it has the line. So she is a woman who had been in prison. So she returns home after prison, reunites with her daughter, and faces resistance. And in the trailer, there's something that sticks with me where she's trying to get a job at like a bar or restaurant, washing dishes. And they ask her if she could wash dishes. And she goes, I've got 20 years experience. And then the other person says, I don't need to ask anything else. As if it's crazy to have 20 years experience of having washed dishes.
Well, aren't you taught how to wash dishes when you're like 5?
Right.
So if you're 25, you have 20 years of it.
Right.
Maybe not as a career, but you definitely have had practice. I think the 10,000 hours that we all know is scientific fact.
Yes.
That is when you become good, because Malcolm Gladwell is unimpeachable as a
sociologist, historian.
All those things.
Everything he's written has been proven to be fully accurate and true in every aspect. Yeah. Broken windows and 10,000 hours.
Everything.
It's like everyone's like, oh, yep, nailed it.
Unimpeachable. So I would think by the time you're 25, you would have your 10,000 hours of washing dishes.
Yeah. But they were stunned. They were stunned in the trailer when she says that she's got 20 years experience washing dishes. So I've seen that moment a lot. Mm-hmm. It's really stuck with me. This movie, it doesn't feel like it has a great, easy to the movie public hook.
No.
In the way that it ends with us, you saw that coming. She's reunited with the guy from childhood, or whatever that was. And then the Allison Williams, Dave Franco one, it's like, here's a car accident, and that's the husband and the sister were effing each other.
Mm-hmm.
This one, it's like Micah Monroe is a model who gets back from prison. I mean, maybe
she's a model?
Well, you know what I mean. It's like,
oh, she's has movie star looks.
Yes. And it's like she was in prison, and now, they throw sludge on her and try and say, hey, she's not Micah Monroe.
Yeah.
But she's trying to get a job washing dishes. But is that a hook? Micah Monroe is going to be washing dishes in this movie. Because to me, that's the centerpiece of the trailer. I don't know if that's a good centerpiece for a major motion picture marketing campaign.
Yeah, I mean, what company is putting this out?
So this is this a Lionsgate movie? I'll know. See, again, we need our listeners to stop making trains and to get this.
Or stop playing with trains.
Yeah, I guess make trains. If you're making trains, then stick with that. It's a Universal release, so it's a big studio release. It's Universal. Micah Monroe, again, she's a scream queen. Does that stardom translate here?
I mean, we had this Jessie Buckley conversation. I mean, I think more people know Jessie Buckley than know Micah Monroe.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't know.
They saw
don't be
long
in the bubble.
legs.
Don't be in the coastal.
They saw long
bubble.
legs, but they don't know the name of the girl in long legs. They know Nicolas Cage and they know long legs. That's what they know. They don't know the girl from long legs. They don't.
But with Jessie Buckley, it's the girl from. It's the girl.
The interview that hates cats. The interview where she says she hates cats.
Okay.
That's how they know Jessie Buckley. So Jessie Buckley is now more famous than Micah Monroe because she said she hates cats.
But I don't know if they know that that's Jessie Buckley. I think if The Bride, and maybe second weekend, this is what it should be. The woman who hates cats, the woman who says she hates cats, stars in The Bride.
Mm-hmm.
Take Jessie Buckley's name out of it. Just change her name. Do scratch it out on the poster and just put, in quotes, the woman who says she hates cats in The Bride. And no one knows who Jessie Buckley is, and no one knows what movie they don't know her from. At least with Micah Monroe, if they don't know the name, they know the movie that they don't know her name from.
They should.
Jessie Buckley, they don't know her. They don't know the movie.
Yeah.
At best, they've seen a vertical clip of her saying "fuck cats."
Well, she's sitting next to Paul Mescal, so if they put on the marquee, the woman who sat next to Paul Mescal and agreed with him that cats suck as the bride.
Is that what happened in that clip? That
they both agreed that cats suck.
Okay, and was this on like Graham Norton? What was this on, or just
This was a throuple chicken shop date.
Oh wow!
Because she's into polyamory now too.
Okay. All right, maybe you and Frankenstein will wind up with the chicken shop date lady.
No, thank you.
So, yeah, I think Micah Monroe means more to the box office than Jessie Buckley. I think reminders of him starring Jessie Buckley does worse than the reminders of him starring the actress that people know was in Long Legs and It Follows.
So okay. So let's
game this out.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I think we should do our top 5.
Okay. One other note: Bradley Whitford is in this movie, and Lauren Graham are in this movie.
Okay.
What does that mean?
That means that the guy from The West Wing and one of the Gilmore Girls is in a movie. Good for them.
She's the mom from the Gilmore Girls. She's not just.
She's one of the Gilmore Girls. That's what I said. She's one of them.
She is one of
them. There's 2
2
Gilmore Girls, and she's one of them.
Okay. When you say one of the Gilmore Girls, it does make it sound to me like there's up to 12 or 13 Gilmore Girls. There are only 2.
And so if I said it's one of the hosts of the B.O. Boys, would you be like, there could be thousands?
Yeah, but the B.O. Boys everyone knows. So
that's true.
Bradley Whitford, he's in Get Out, and there's always going to be people who go see anything he's in because whatever you think of him in the years since, he was great in Billy Madison.
Well, yeah, of course.
He was great in Billy Madison. So I think he's always going to have some amount who will come out for anything he's in. Do you think they have a romantic subplot, End or Die, Lauren Graham and Bradley Whitford?
I think they're married in the movie, probably.
Okay.
They're probably the parents of somebody.
Yes. I think both of them in cast Micah Monroe as Kenna Rowan, an ex-convict who served 7 years in prison for a car crash he was in, and then Lauren Graham, mother of someone, Bradley Whitford as father of someone.
There we go.
And he's also a grandfather in this, also and grandfather of someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. And they are playing a married couple. So, I guess let's get into the predictions this weekend. As far as we know, nothing else is coming out. And I think the big prediction is going to be, what is this second weekend drop?
For Hoppers?
Well, for Hoppers.
Oh, Bride.
For The Bride. So,
The Bride will owe theaters money.
Has that ever happened before? Is this going to be a situation where...
Returns,
yes. And people not just returning their ticket, but returning the popcorn that they bought when they bought their ticket. Because on
digested.
The AMC, well, on the AMC app, you are given the opportunity to pre-buy your food when you pre-buy the ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go on that app and you cancel your ticket and you cancel the food, that could get charged back to Warner Brothers for The Bride. So this could be the first over 100% drop.
Mm-hmm.
Not just 80 Joker Folly a Doo-Doo drop, 103% drop because of the money owed.
But with saying that, we are seeing this on Thursday. So
we are.
So maybe there is a movement.
Yeah. It's the This Is Us. We bought our tickets. We're seeing The Bride on Thursday. This is us swiping right.
Yeah.
On The Bride. We were always going to go to this movie.
Yes.
And we know it's going to stink.
Yeah.
Everyone we know, love, and trust who's seen this movie. AJ said it was a horrible experience that he was dragged to. Brett of the New Flesh podcast, Must Listen podcast, our chief horror correspondent, ripped this movie to shreds.
Wow.
On his podcast. Everyone says it's bad. We're going to be there.
We'll be there.
We're swiping right on this Bride. So let's go into our predictions. Let's do it. Would you like to go first or second on your predictions for the weekend of March 13th? Yeah.
I'll go first. Hoppers, I think, because rats need their cheese.
Okay.
It's probably going to stay pretty strong. I would say probably... I'm going to say 25. I think it's going to be a good hold. I think it's going to be a good hold on this Hopper.
That's a great hold. That's a under 50% drop. I love it.
Scream 7, I think is going to drop another 50%.
Whoa. Wow. Okay, so where are you going with this?
Because it's going to be number 3. And number 2 is going to be Reminders of Him, or whatever this movie is called.
So you're going with that as number 2.
That's number 2. See, I'm switching it up. I'm playing a little game.
Love it.
And I think that is going to open to... That's going to open to $11 million.
Wow. Okay.
Under that, Goat.
Yep.
Under that,
driving.
Wuthering Heights.
Wow. Wuthering Heights last weekend made $3.7 million.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what is your Bride drop?
Bride is going to make $1.6 million.
Wow. Wowie zowie. So you're thinking
the only thing keeping it from 100% drop is us.
Yes, we're going to be there. I mean, we're going
to get sickos like us.
Well, that's what's going to be great about us going. And as of now,
this is when the true sickos come out.
Yeah. But as of now, I will say when we reserved our tickets, because we are A-listers, hey guys, we were the only 2 people in the theater as of now for this showing that we're going to.
Yeah.
So this is, I mean, maybe this is an opportunity to join the BO Boys for, I guess, a private screening of the Bride. No, you want to be free to,
free to be me and you.
So,
how about you?
That's the thing, is that there may be no other sickos there this weekend. It may just be us. We might be the only ones swiping right on the Bride weekend too. So very interesting, but yeah, maybe we'll get to see. We'll get to see who else goes out there this weekend. My predictions for this coming weekend. Number 1 is going to be Hoppers. I think you're right. It's going to be a less than 50% drop, so 25 to 30 million. Number 2, after all the talk of me saying this is studios are running from the Oscars and no big movies, it's Colleen Hoover. I think number 2 is going to be this Forgetting About Him, the movie. And I think
Reminders to Forget
with us. And I think it gets to 15.
Okay.
I don't know. Micah Monroe, I think people are going to want to see her wash these dishes. It's a draw. Listen, I know I love to wash dishes, and I love to see dishes being washed. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm sure there's other people. Can't just be me. So I think that's number 2.
That's what so many sickos say.
Number 3 is going to be...
Wow. Do you think... So you think Scream is going to eat
I think it's Goat. Number 3 is the Goat.
Wow.
I think it holds really well, and maybe it does like 5 million, and Scream 11 could do like 4 million. I think I don't know. Scream 11 feels dead, even though it made 17 million last weekend. So Scream 11, I'll go number 4. Number 5, Wuthering Heights. The Bride is gonna drop from 7 million to, could it do under 1 million? Could it do Playmobil the movie numbers in weekend 2?
It's definitely possible, yeah, for sure.
$950,000 for The Bride.
We're like bidding on prices right now. Yeah. Is what we're doing with this movie.
Yeah, I'm going under. I think it's going to make under 1 million. I think it's us and a handful of freakazoids who are swiping right on The Bride.
Well, I can't wait to get our emailer's prediction for this drop.
Yeah, on Monday. Yeah, that's going to be great.
After the Monday
actuals. That's when he has to predict.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, interesting. Last thing, give me your what's going to win Best Picture this Sunday. On the spot. I'm putting you on the spot. What is winning? Not what you want to win, not what what is going to win?
Sinners.
Yeah. I think it's Sinner. I think it's a split. I think we got a split coming
PTA up. Director, Sinners Best Picture.
Yep. Aunt Gladys, is she doing it?
No.
No? Okay.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
Best actor. Let's say it together.
Best actor, Michael B. Jordan. Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan.
He's doing it. Best actress. It's is she going to win? She's getting orbited. I think The Bride isn't orbiting her. Emma Stone. It's Emma Stone.
The shock that Emma Stone will feel when that name comes out. She looks and she's like, that's not Warren Beatty, so this is real.
Yeah. Will there be a more adorable display of shockness than when Emma Stone wins the Oscar this Sunday?
No.
And has to feign shockness as she pushes past Jessie Buckley.
She face palms Jessie Buckley.
Yeah. Because she's so shocked.
Yeah. Well, she loses her heel breaks.
Of course.
Because of course.
Heel is going to break the moment she wins her third Oscar.
She's going to do the little wobble. Face palm Jessie Buckley goes down.
Yep.
Everybody's stepping over Jessie Buckley to hug Emma.
Yeah, every time she's about to get up, someone else steps on her.
Yeah.
And then by the time she finally gets up, she looks like the bride.
She looks like the bride, which is ideal.
It's great Oscars.
Yeah. And then Best Supporting Actor, that's a tough one too.
It is kind of a 5-way race. I would guess Jacob Elordi's not going to win.
Yeah, he's the only one I think that's out of it.
Otherwise, everyone could possibly win.
Let's say it.
Delroy Lindo. No.
Oh.
You don't think
Stellan.
So? Oh. If it's not, who's going to win?
Who's going to win? They love this movie. They nominated a ton. Sentimental value.
I'm feeling a Sinners steamroll situation.
Well, I mean, it's going to win Best Original Screenplay for sure.
Yeah. I think Delroy, he gave the SAG Best Picture, Best Cast speech right before the voting closed. I think that he could have snuck in a Tell Your Man I'm Good. I think that would have sealed it. But I do think people remember Tell Your Man I'm Good. They want to hear him say Tell Your Man I'm Good when he wins the Oscar. I don't know. I think everyone else is like kind of canceling each other out there. And do you really want to give us? Listen, I love Stellan Skarsgård.
I'm not saying who I want.
For 2 Nymphomaniac movies.
I'm not saying who I want. I'm saying who I think is going to win. If you are right, we win.
We win. Yeah.
I'm just reading the tea leaves.
Okay.
And that's what my tea leaves say. But if it ends up being a different outcome, I'm not going to be upset. I don't think there's anybody in the supporting category that could win that would upset me.
No. This Oscars is actually one that is going to be so fun to watch because there's no locks in any of the big categories. We
thought that Jessie Buckley was a lock, but
they let Emma Stone in the house.
They let Emma Stone in the house. She's a killer.
Yeah.
She will kill you.
Yeah. And then break her heel so she could face palm you on the way to the podium. Yeah.
And it was like, that's so cute.
That's so cute.
She tried to brace herself with Jessie Buckley's face.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be great. Can't wait to see this. There'll be B.O. Boys coverage of the Academy Awards. Who wore what, who facepalmed to, all the big questions will be answered. And of course, who was last in the in memoriam. So,
will it be the Gimp?
It's got to be.
It
depends on if they already cut together the montage.
That's true.
After a while, your Adobe Premiere project just has to be locked. Mm-hmm. We exported the file. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. Oscar. Who will win? We will find out on Sunday. And that is it. That is all I got here. So email us, theboboyspodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on social media at theboboyspod on Instagram, TikTok. Wannabe OVP of Interns Christopher is killing it with the vertical clips. And his dad is killing it with the Diners Club card that allows us to subscribe to so many OnlyFans pages with women who dress as the bride. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are YouTubers. Hey guys. Subscribe to the Substack. Big Substack article that just went up a few days ago. Breaks down all of the possibilities for the new Ghostface in the inevitable Scream 8. So you've got to subscribe to the Substack, read that article.
And our emailer will then know and get it exactly right.
Yeah.
Predict who the Ghostface killer is.
Yeah.
For Scream 8.
Yes. So you got
the Monday after Scream 8 opens. And I guarantee he'll nail it because that's how good he is.
Nail it. He's going to nail it. So subscribe to the Substack, 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. And that is all I got. I have nothing left, Clayton.
Pat, I have nothing left.
Yeah.
We're both spent.
Yeah.
And with my last breath, 834.
Not a rallying cry with my last breath.
But there is nothing left to be said.
Awesome. So I could get out of here.
Oh, except for until next time.
We'll smell you at the box office. Nailed it. Hey, guys.